What's up, everybody? Here we go. Woo! So this is my review of the Hubsan X4 H107C. So this is the standard camera version of the Hubsan X4. This is in royal blue, and I got a couple different models of the Hubsan X4 the last couple of weeks. This one and the H108, which is the green lizard looking one. It's really awesome looking. So this is a Hubsan X4, and I have reviewed the H107L, the standard version of this. So this review is, hopefully going to be short and sweet because there's not a lot I can add to that review. This is a Hubsan X4. It is crazy. The yaw is insane, even on low. Super fast yaw. The pitch is crazy, even in low rates. This thing is fast, very, very fast. The bad that I can list on it is, let's talk about it real quick. It's pretty much the same thing as every other Hubsan that I've reviewed. The X4s are so responsive that it makes them twitchy. If you're say you're given full forward flight, you're given full pitch forward, and you want to change direction really fast, it'll cause it to kind of twitch, and that's not a great thing for most people. So that's, probably the only negative that I'm gonna list. I mean, honestly, the twitchiness of it is something that I think most people would list as negative, but this thing is so responsive that, you have to be easy on the sticks. And even though it's twitchy, the responsiveness of this quad, of these X4s, make it able to do things that you can't do with other quads. So the sensitivity is not the bad thing. It's just, it's a weird thing to list as bad when it's kind of a good thing. But for most people, it's bad. That twitchiness is going to be bad. It's because they're used to a lot less responsive quads, and giving input a lot faster, and you just can't really give opposite input fast with these. But like I said, that it makes it so controllable. You just have to be easy. This thing is crazy, all the X4s. So that's all I'm going to list as bad, because that's really all that's bad about it. And like I said, it's not really bad if you learn how to fly these. It actually makes this thing do incredible things. So that sensitivity, this is one of the only quads that I've ever had where you can do a funnel, directly over one motor pod and super fast. And if you're good with the sticks, you can slow it down and widen it, and it'll look exactly the same. It'll be on one motor pod, and you can widen it and widen it and widen it and widen it. And then it becomes this big banked circuit, and then you can bring it back in. And there's just some crazy, amazing, like, acrobatic stunts you can do with these because of that sensitivity. So I like it the way it is. I am a fan of the X4 the way it is. I don't really even dial down my rates. That's another good thing, is that with these transmitters, these Hubsan X4s, you can dial your rates down to whatever you want. You can't slow it down to a crawl as far as the yaw and the pitch, but you can dial them down so they're a little more manageable. The only thing I usually dial down is the aileron, the left and right, just so I can do a little bit quicker turns and forward flight. I mean, not quicker, but more controllable turns and forward flight. So this is the H107C, and so this has the big motors. These motors are I believe they're the 8mm motors, and the standard Hubsan has the 7. So even with the added weight of the camera, because it has these big motors, I think this is faster than the standard, the H107L or the H108 that I have. I think this one still beats it in top speed, even with the weight of the camera. These motors are just powerful and big. So another good thing is they actually light up. These Hubsans light up. The lights are out here on the end, and you know, I kind of prefer them to be in the body, but you know, the Hubsans aren't. But they are so bright that you know, night flying is very easy with these, and they're right under the propellers, so they actually make the propellers glow as they spin. So good night flyer. And then one of the best things that the Hubsan has are these breakaway points on the legs. This design is just so incredibly good, and then you snap them back in, so it takes the impact of any crash you might have in the walls or the ground, and it'll split there and not break your quad. So one of the most durable quads that I have are these X4s, and which is good because you crash a lot. These things are crazy, so crashing is definitely part of anyone. Even if you're a very experienced flyer, you will crash the X4. They're just crazy. So fast, super durable. The props aren't that durable. I go through props with these like nobody's business because of the crashes. But fast and amazing looking and awesome, the X4. So the only difference between this and the regular is the camera, and you don't have a button on the transmitter to start the camera. The button's right here, and you press it once and you'll see it blink, and then the camera's on, and when you land it you have to press it again. This one at least did not come with the SD card. I don't know if there are certain packages you probably get an SD card. This one didn't come with it, but that's not a problem because I have so many of them. But if you're gonna buy one of these, be aware that at least this one doesn't come with an SD card. It comes with a 380 milliamp hour battery, which is a bit bigger than the standard Hubsan, but that's, I guess, for the extra power it needs for the motors and the camera. And you get about 7 or 8 minutes, around 8 minutes of flight with it, 7 or 8. This will fit the bigger batteries. You can put the blue 500s in it, and you get about around 11 minutes with the 500. I like the 380. That's what I run in all my Hubsans. I think it's a nice balance between the weight and, you know, the battery life. And the battery takes however long to charge. Does come with a full set of spare props, which I put them somewhere and I haven't located them, but it does come with a full set, and they're blue and white, just like on this quad. USB charging cable, and this one actually comes with prop guard, which would probably save you on props and protect some stuff. So if you're a beginner, go ahead and throw that on, and if you're like me, leave it in the box and forget about it. It does come with it though. Some of these don't even come with a prop guard. And the standard Hubsan transmitter, which I am a fan of. It's nice, it's responsive, feels good in my hand. I like these transmitters. It's got 2 rates, beginner and expert. The yaw changes, the pitch changes, and in both rates they're crazy. So to flip the Hubsans, there's no button. You have to give input like that, like fast in a direction. So one way and then the other real fast, and it does kind of sloppy flips. I'm not a big fan of flipping the Hubsan, but I've heard with different props it flips a little better. So this is the standard Hubsan manual, and it's incredibly good. The Hubsan manuals are incredibly good. You will find everything you need to know and understand it perfectly. So that's about it. I love the X4s. This is one of my favorites because of the motors and the speed. The camera quality is pretty good. I forgot to mention that the camera quality is pretty good. It's a 2 megapixel camera, and it's pointed straight out, which is nice. And the Hubsans are so stable; there's not a lot of shaking, so there's barely any jello, if any. You know, the wind might cause it to jello a little bit, but I don't get jello out of this one at all. So I'll put a little bit of onboard footage after the credits, and you guys can check that out. And that's about it. I guess this went a lot longer than I thought because I love the Hubsan and I talk about it. So I'm gonna take it outside and we're gonna do the regular, or maybe right inside, do the pitch and the yaw, and we'll call it a review. What's up, everybody? So this will be the flight demo of the Hubsan X4 H107C, and I think I said in the flight, the tabletop, that I won't do any video, but I guess I will. It's not very windy, and I found the SD card for it, so I'll get a little bit of footage and tack it on after the thanks for watching credits. So let's just go through the pitch and the yaw on the two rates. So right now I have, this is unchanged out of the box, everything's up to the top. I haven't adjusted anything, so this is on the low rating. So here's the yaw on low. Crazy Hubsan yaw, so even on low it's very fast. Okay, so here's the pitch on low, and it's all right. A little docile pitch and roll here. It's, you know, okay, beginners maybe, you know, it's a little crazy, the yaw, but maybe a beginner might like that. That's cool. Okay, so this is on high rates now, and there's the yaw. So get back over here. A little breeze now. That's all breeze kicking it down that way, but do it one more time. Get it over here so it drifts our way, and there's the yaw. All right, that's the yaw on high. And here's the pitch. So lots of pitch and high. This thing is fast. So, all right, there's the pitch and yaw, and we'll fly it around here for a second, and then I'll turn the camera on. Whoa. Had to have a tree hit in the flight demo. Alright, let's bring it back over here, and I'll turn on the camera and I'll fix that bent propeller from the tree hit. Alright, that was a pretty good stability test there for sure. Alright, let's see. Okay, camera's on. So now the camera's on, and since it's pretty calm, we'll just try to get some stable high. Trying not to give too much input so this camera stays stable. Fighting the wind a bit, so I wanted the camera to be really stable. The wind is, kind of a factor with these toy cameras, these toy quads and their cameras. Hopefully that's pretty good. Do a little bit of flying with the camera on. Try to stay away from that tree this time. Trying not to make it too dizzy for when you watch that footage. All right. Turn the camera off. All right. I think that's a good enough flight demo, and I'll throw the footage up, so just stay tuned after the thanks for watching credits, and that's the review for the Hubsan H107C. Thanks, guys.